Hello. Hi, everybody. This is Dan from the Fundamentals, and I am doing our first ever unboxing video. Woo! We've been getting a lot of really good games in that I've had a lot of fun reviewing. Kat and I both had a lot of fun reviewing, and we thought that it might be fun to start giving you guys a inside look at these games should you want to buy them. Um, because there's often a lot of really high quality detail put into these games that can be difficult to convey through the medium of just an essay. So, this is our first one. Bear with me. This is going to be on Star Realms Frontiers. It is the newest expansion to White Wizard's Star Realms game. Now, Star Realms has been around for a little while. It's a very successful game. As you can see on the side here, it's won awards. It's been very popular from us. White Wizard's not a very big publisher, but it's really done really well. It combines it's a deck builder, but as you'll see, it kind of doesn't use as much of a board as a lot of deck builders you might have played or other ones use. It's sort of combining the aesthetics and feel of almost like a trading card game, like your Yu-Gi-Ohs and your Pokemons, and using them to make a put together sort of entity. So this is the new expansion. Now, you don't actually need the first Star Realms to play this. Conquer the new frontier. Powerful new warp gate technology has opened up a distant frontier ripe for conquest. Establish your star realm with powerful new ships and bases. This is coming off of a very successful Kickstarter that they recently completed, and this is actually out now in North America. This base expansion is out in stores. So if you like what you're seeing here, you can go pick it up. It's not a very big box, as you can see. It's about, a couple decks of cards wise, a small book, hot pocket size. I don't know how to say the correct sizing of it, but it's pretty compact. And I think you'll see when we get into it. I've already taken the plastic off for the sake of speed and your eardrums. We will look inside. Now, the four factions are the Blob, which are the little green guys, the Machine Cult, which are the little, which is the red gear, the yellow, which is the Star Empire, and then the blue, which is the Trade Federation. So they all sort of fit into a sort of an archetype of science fiction factions. Come on. Out. There we go. It's right off. And right off, what we have is a booklet. It's very thick, this rule book. But it's got everything that you need to figure it out. Now, this is a 1 to 4 player game. The cool thing about this is that it's a solo or co-op game. Or, I guess I should say, it's a co-op or competitive game. It can be played either against each other, which I think is which is the common way to play regular Star Realms, but Frontier adds in it has a lot of modes you can play, like Hunter and Hydra, that change up how you play the game. And then there's also solo and cooperative rules. So you could buy this game and play it entirely by yourself, kind of like a science fiction solitaire. But it's obviously a little more fun with other people. And you basically play against challenges, and it's kind of like some of the other co-op games, like Sentinels of the Multiverse, that you might have played. Obviously, each of them has their own challenge. They have little stories attached to it. See, this is Madness of the Machine, where you are dealing with cult ships and the blob, where there's a boss in all of these in order of play. They get a bit more challenging as time goes on. There's even story for each of them. See, there's a story of the blob, who are the first alien life that we met. There is the Trade Federation, who are sort of us in a way, you know, corporate kind of the bad guys from Firefly. Their big thing is gaining trade and authority, so, you know, as it fits. The blobs are kind of like a Zerg. They make a lot of little things and are easy to purge. The Star Empire are ex-colonies that have broken off, and they're combat-oriented and kind of like a black in Magic the Gathering, wherein they draw a lot of cards but also discard a lot of cards. The Machine Cult are, in a way, like the ones in Warhammer, wherein they gain power from being able to remove the underside cards from your deck. So they're a little more complicated, but they're more resource-based. But that's just the booklet. It's really, really beautiful. It's really thick. Then you get in. This is the sort of the first big thing. These are the challenge cards, and these are for the new co-op and solo, the PvE mode, I guess you could say. You've got the automatons, the blob assault, the dimensional horror. That's very fun. Look at that. You a lot of tentacles. Madness of the Machine, Nemesis Beast, Pirates of the Dark Star. You can see there's a challenge that fits for each player. Defy the Empire and the Cost of Freedom. So you can see the way that works. And they get harder, so this one's difficult, as you can see. But you can see this one actually has a set of rules that is universal, compared to some of the earlier ones, like Pirates of the Dark Star, where there's different challenges for each faction. Dumping it out, we have the cards themselves. So these are the cards that are part of the deck itself, I think. So we have the let's get this unwrapped. We have the cards here, and you can see they really just feel like you're opening a starter deck for Magic the Gathering or Pokemon. And these are, I mean, they're really high quality cards. The challenge cards were, you know, nice cardboard, and these are nice card stock, fully illustrated, full color. You can see we have some blobs here. Here is the Infested Moon. So that's a bases. Stinger. There's the Machine Cult. You can see they kind of have more of a less alien, more purely robotic aesthetic than the Empire, who are, you know, the very militaristic Starship Troopers kind of feel, and then the Cruiser here. This is the Federation, where they're sort of the vanilla humans, such as it is. It's one of their bases. So that's the 4 factions there for you. And this is more of the trade decks. You're seeing something like the Trade Federation ship here. It's a deck builder, so the way it works is you pull from your deck and you're building your cards, discarding your cards, building the best hand that you can. So you don't, just because you see these cards doesn't necessarily mean that you have you're guaranteed to have those cards. There's also unaligned ships. See, here's the Explorer. These are ones that anybody can add to your thing. There's a scout ship. There's a scout. Yep. The Viper. Look at that. And then you get to the end here. These are our scorecards. These are what you use to track your scores. You can see they have single digits and then double digits for you to track your score on. So it's it's a 1 to 4 player game, and it's pretty. I mean, it's straightforward. It's a deck builder, and obviously we'll have a full review of that as we get to it. But as you can see, it's a very minimalist sort of game in that you don't have a board or tokens or a whole lot of nonsense that you have to mess with. You just have the cards themselves. And so what that means is it's very easy to bring to, say, a party or something like that, and just whip it out with a few friends and play for fun. It's not as much of a all the strategy and all the flavor and fun of a regular deck builder without a lot of the complications. Now, something else that we've received, so I'll just pack up here, and it packs up very quickly, very nicely, very neatly back into its little box. Now, like I said, this base thing with all that, which is 1 to 4 players, with the full rules and everything, this will go for $20. It's on store shelves right now. Something coming soon from them. They sent me a preview. I'll just only open one of these, but they have these command decks coming out. Now, these are hybrid decks that mix. There's 6 of them. These are 4 I have right here. They're combinations of you play as a commander. So, for instance, this one, you play as Divine Admiral Lee, who is a general who is in charge of a combination of the Machine Cult and the Star Empire. So you're mixing the martial prowess of the Star Empire, as it says here, with the ruthless efficiency of the Machine Cult. You have, of course, the Alliance, which is the Trade Federation, and the Star Empire, the Machine Cult, and the Trade Federation, and then the Star Empire and the Blob. Yes, even weird alien blobs can join federations. So, as you can see, these look like booster packs. You can kind of get the designers of this game actually were veterans of Magic the Gathering, so they're not new to the world of independent games. So you can see on this, your card isn't like a planet with your scorecard. This is a dude. In this case, it is Hive Admiral McCready, who is in charge of this alliance between Blob and Empire. There's a little blobby ship boy. Command decks. They have special rules that are separate from the other ones. So what these do is they add a lot of replayability, because you've got 4 factions in here. So that's 4 you can play solo with 4 friends. This expands out how many people can play, and it gives you new and different rules as well as new and different cards. There's a Star Empire ship, the Meganaut, Cluster Viper, Imperial Talon, the Protopod. Ooh, it's gross. And then, of course, an Unaligned Ranger, the Ripper, Scout, another Scout. You see, these are sort of the cheapy boys. Tribute, Transport, and then a Viper. Gotta love the Vipers. So, by the way, the red is a combat score, and the yellow is a trade score. So you can see with the combination, you have trade and combat. You can see the Union Blitz. This is a gambit they've got. to the back of that. That is something they can do that is sort of an action. And you have those in the base game as well. But that is the command deck. So it aren't actually out yet. They'll actually be out on the 14th, I should say, of November. So they are... they replace these starting decks in Star Realms, and again, are fully compatible with the regular Star Realms games, should you have that already. So you can pick up your copy of Star Realms Frontiers on White Wizard's website and at most local game stores right now in North America and in Europe very soon. And then the command decks will be releasing worldwide on November 14th. And keep an eye out in the near future. I will have a full review of Star Realms Frontiers, how it plays, how it feels to play, how it stacks up against other board games, and whether the streamlined feel that we get from the box is actually something that the rules back up. So, with that in mind, happy gaming, happy play, and I will see you around.